Welcome to another episode of Ask Shag, where I answer your questions. How far into practicing art did you really find your style? It leaves an unmistakable impression for each of your pieces, and I wanted to know how long it's taken you as an artist to get into your own groove. That's a good question. I first started working in this shag style in 1988. At that time, I was working in a lot of different styles. This style is sort of based on something I had seen on jazz album covers and old magazine illustrations, things like that. I'd never seen it used for fine art. So when I started doing my own fine art in the mid-90s, that was the style I wanted to use to do fine art. So I would say from me first using it to actually it sort of becoming the shag style took about 6 or 7 years. A car question. Shag, do you still have a classic car? I love the article about your 64 Thunderbird in Barracuda magazine. I have a 61 convertible. Well, at the moment I don't have a vintage car. There are a couple I've got my eye on, but also I'm at a point where I want to simplify my life, and getting a vintage car does not simplify your life. That complicates your life. So I go back and forth about whether I'm going to get another vintage car. But if I were to get a car, it would be a 1963 Studebaker Avanti. Here's a question I like. What is your favorite movie? I cannot narrow it down to one movie. I can probably narrow it down to 5 movies if you want to hear them. The first would be The Party, a 1968 Peter Sellers comedy. Another movie that's one of my favorites of all times is 2001: A Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick film, also from 1968. Star Wars, or as people call it now, A New Hope, 1977, the very original Star Wars movie that came out. Still one of my favorites of all time. Pulp Fiction, 90s movie, one of my top favorites. And a movie from the last 10 years, Inception, also one of my favorites. You'll notice 3 of those 5 movies have appeared in my art. Maybe the other 2 will at some point. Thank you for watching another episode of Ask Shag. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to follow the Shag Store on Instagram and Facebook. Cheers.